If you've ever said the words Amen, this is for you. I think many of us grew up believing that it meant make it so, but there is an alternative meaning that goes back a lot further in history than we think. Take a look.
All right, let's see it.
The ancient Egyptians had many traditions involving sun gods, as Isis, who is also the moon, gave birth to Horus, the falcon that rises into the sky.
So it sounds like they're identifying Horus as a sun god, and they were not. They were the god of the sky. The right eye was the sun, the left eye was the moon, but they were only associated with the sun god in the conflated deities of Ra and Horus, which was usually given the name Ra Horakti, or Ra is Horus on the horizon. Apart from that conflation, Horus was not the sun god.
These solar mysteries have even been passed down into the English language, as the sun rises on the horizon, or the Horus has risen.
So this is just pure and utter nonsense. There's absolutely no relationship whatsoever between the Egyptian deity Horus and the English word horizon. Horizon comes from ancient Greek. Here is the Brill Dictionary of Ancient Greek. And here is the entry for the verbal root horizo, which means to mark with a border or boundary or to delimit. And this verb itself comes from the noun horos, which means limit or boundary and has absolutely no etymological relationship whatsoever to the Egyptian deity Horus.
This is also where we get hours from, or Horuses.
Also pure and utter nonsense. Hours also comes from ancient Greek, but from a different word. Hora, which begins with the omega with a rough breathing sound, and this refers to a bunch of different divisions of time or of seasons. And here's the second page of the entry.
Because Horus takes 12 steps across the sky, just like the 12 hours during the daytime.
Horus is a falcon deity. Horus flies across the sky, and when they're associated with the sun as the deity Ra Horakti, Ra goes with Horus.
Another sun god from ancient Egypt was Amun.
Also not a sun god, the god of the air. They were associated with the sun when they were conflated with the Egyptian sun god Ra, as in the combined name Amun-Ra.
As in Amun-Ra, whose name translates to be kept secret or hidden away.
Well, kinda. Amun's name all by itself means hidden one or invisible one, the air. And Ra's name means sun or day.
This is why all three major Abrahamic religions say Amen at the end of their prayers, as it does not mean make it so, as some incorrectly believe, but rather is more correctly translated to make what is hidden known to the divine.
It means absolutely no such thing whatsoever. Amen comes from Hebrew. It's based on the verbal root aman, and let's go to the lexicons. We can take a look at the standard Hebrew lexicon, the Hebrew and Aramaic lexicon of the Old Testament by Kohler and Baumgartner, where we see the root aman, meaning to be firm, trustworthy, or safe, and we see the different ways it can be used. And there's the rest of the entry for the verb, and on the right you can see two derived forms, including the one on top. An adjective, originally meaning trustworthy, used as a formula, surely, by which the hearer accepts the validity of a curse or a declaration, an acceptable order or announcement, and so on. And this formula was borrowed into Greek-speaking Judaism as well as into Christianity. This is the standard Greek-English lexicon of the New Testament, affectionately known as BDAG. Here is BDAG's entry for the Greek transliteration of the Hebrew Amen. But Hebrew is a Semitic language, which is a member of the Afro-Asiatic language family, as is Egyptian. So we see the same root in the Egyptian language. Here's Brill's Etymological Dictionary of Egyptian, Volume 3. And we can see this verb that is spelled MN, that means to remain, be firm, establish, enduring, fixed, stick fast in, attached to, etc. And let's take a look at the rest of the entry. Here's the second page. Here's the third page. And here's the last page. So absolutely nothing that was stated by this Johnny Enoch person is accurate. It is all pure and utter nonsense. They have absolutely no clue what they are talking about. these relationships were literally just made up because someone noticed that these words kind of look the same.